A human sword? Let's talk about that. What's up guys, Sid here, and today I'm doing an anime review on Katanagatari. This one was actually really awesome. I'm actually an incredibly big super fan of swords, and this one definitely caters to my little sword fantasy. It has demon swords, it has powers, it has ninja stuff. What is there not to love? This one revolves around this guy, which learns his awesome little fighting technique that is like an anti-sword, and it is really badass. Like, his whole thing is meant to become the sword, like to harden your body, to harden your mind, and to actually be the ultimate sword. But the downside is, while learning this, you cannot wield any weapons. It's because it's like a weapon wielding a weapon. Like, you don't see swords holding swords. So that's why people that learn this particular style cannot wield any other weapon. Long story short, his father got exiled to this island, and there he had to raise his two children. He could not teach his daughter this technique as her body was really fragile and she was really weak, so he had to pass on this tradition to his son. But one day, this mysterious girl decides to show up on this mountain, requesting the help of the sixth head. Well, she quickly finds out that he is dead, and now he's the successor, aka the seventh, and thus now requesting his help. But as she's talking, he really doesn't understand anything she's saying, as he has no real education amongst, what he's learned in the fighting stances and whatnot, and basic survival skills. So in the middle of her trying to explain, some crazy stuff kind of starts to happen, and from there he is now intrigued, as the guy that was attacking them actually spilled some secrets about her that has really intrigued him. So he decides to take up this journey and goes on his quest to obtain the 12 perfected swords, which are really badass, demonic, crazy powered swords. I honestly can't really say too much more, as now this whole story revolves around him and this newfound girl kind of just going around the world collecting all these swords from these expert swordsmen, which are really badass. But see, the thing is, he's trained as an anti-sword, but she has a bunch of rules. Like, you cannot break the sword because that would defeat the purpose. Like, these swords are not only priceless, but they're worth a butt ton of money because they're no ordinary swords. Each one possesses like a unique power, and in the right hands is extremely lethal. One unique thing that this anime brings is not only the unique art style, which I actually fell in love with, but when you first glance at it, it looks like it only has 12 episodes, but the thing is, each episode lasts about 40 to 45 minutes, so you're basically getting 2 episodes in one, and I actually like that better because instead of, let's say, normal typical animes, you have to watch 2 episodes generally to get the full information that the first one didn't show. So how they do it is each episode shows a completed state, like a completed story, and then leading up into the second story, aka the next episode. And I really loved how they did that, and I actually wish more animes would do that. Another reason why I really like this anime is the fact that it's not like a typical swordsman. I mean, it is in a sense that there's a lot of swordplay and, ninjutsu and all that fun stuff, but also that the main character himself is like an anti-sword, how he honed this special skill to be like an anti-sword, and all of the techniques and the quick things that he does that would counter all of these amazing swordsmen. And in that aspect, I really love that. I guess that kind of goes along with the whole fighting. I also really dug the whole fighting scenes and the strategies behind them. That was really, really awesome. And lastly, another reason why you guys should check this one out is the story. The story was actually incredible. I love the story and the way they portray it through the episodes. I loved everything about this. This definitely is 12 episodes. There's no season 2, but honestly, this is a completed anime. Start to finish, you get the whole experience, and there's nothing they could do in a season 2, so they don't leave you empty-handed, which is awesome. So you get the closure. So not only do you get to enjoy, a good story, really good art, and really cool fighting scenes, but you also get a completed story in the time frame that you watch it. So that's another high perk on my list. Long story short, go watch it. I highly recommend this. This is only 12 episodes. Thus saying the episodes are 40 minutes each, but all said and done, this is an amazing anime and definitely worth your time in my opinion. Hey guys, if you really enjoyed my content, please head over to my profile, and if you haven't already, click on that sub button, but then also click on that little bell. That bell will notify you anytime I post up a video, so that way you can always be kept up to date.